Welcome back to Berry Life, bringing you easy and delicious recipes from around the world. Today, we're making spicy peanut tofu, a bold flavor-packed dish with crispy golden tofu tossed in a savory, slightly sweet, and perfectly spicy sauce. We finish it with a generous sprinkle of toasted peanuts for that irresistible crunch. It's plant-based, protein-rich, and comes together in under 30 minutes. Perfect for a quick weeknight dinner that feels special. First, we'll start with tofu. We'll grab this tofu that's been hanging out in the press for about 20 minutes. Pressing is key. We're kicking out the excess water so the tofu can get crispy and firm. Now, let's cut it into medium or bite-sized cubes. Think one-bite snack. While we're not sponsored, we like this tofu press because of its ease of use and maintenance. If you're interested in getting one, check out the link in the description box below. Do you know why tofu jokes are blasphemous? Because they're a work of Satan. Just about done. Now we can move on to the next step. In a mixing bowl, toss in a couple of spoonfuls of cornstarch. We always add a little to the bottom of the bowl to prevent sticking, along with salt. Tofu is protein rich, but flavor neutral, so we need to season along the way. A sprinkle of gochugaru for a gentle kick, or a dash of cayenne, and some freshly ground black pepper. Cornstarch is the secret to that golden crunch, and seasoning now means more flavor in every bite. Mix those dry ingredients first. Add in all your tofu pieces. Be sure to separate them, as they have a tendency to stick to each other. And then we're doubling down on cornstarch, salt, gochugaru, and black pepper. Think of it like building an armor for the tofu. Now we spray it with a little bit of cooking oil. This will help it get crispy in the air fryer. Then, gently toss to avoid breaking. If the batter looks a bit too dry, hit it with a light mist of water to allow the light batter to form. Now we'll gently toss until every cube is evenly coated. Be nice, we're going for crispy tofu, not scrambled tofu. Now we'll lay them out on a parchment-lined air fryer tray. We'll go ahead and spread them out evenly, so they have space to breathe. Crowding is how you get steamed tofu, and that's not what we're going for. Now we'll hit it with a final spritz of oil. Then, we place it in the air fryer, and air fry at 375 to 425 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, shaking halfway until they're golden brown and delicious. While the tofu is happily air frying, let's turn our attention to the veggie squad. First up, green bell pepper. We'll cut it into bite-sized pieces, roughly matching the size of the tofu pieces. One of the secrets to a good stir fry, all ingredients should be of similar size or shape. Cutting vegetables can be really therapeutic, and the most important things you'll need are a sharp knife, a decent cutting board, and your imagination. I sharpen my knives every week. Dull knives are dangerous. This is about the size we're going for. Be sure to get the end caps, and don't waste anything. Next, the red bell pepper. Here's a tip. Choose firm bell peppers. Soft ones are fine for soup, but in a stir fry, they'll turn into mushy strips, instead of retaining that crisp. Summer is usually the best time to stop by your local farmer's market for a fresh haul. Here we're using red and green, but yellow or orange work as well. This recipe is really versatile and great for parties and potlucks. Next, grab a medium onion, or a half a large one if yours could double as a volleyball like ours. Now we'll cut this into large sections. And then gently separate the layers. Think onion confetti for the wok. Now for the green onions. For the white parts, we'll slice at a diagonal. so they look fancy and cook evenly. But it also increases the surface area to cook and the sauce to stick to. And for the green parts, nice and fine. These will be our garnish for that final pop of freshness. That's it for the vegetables. For our homemade stir-fry sauce, we'll start with a 1/4 cup of water. This thins out the sauce and also allows the sauce to soak into the tofu pieces better. Next, 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce for a sweet, savory, and umami-rich base. If you don't have it, try teriyaki sauce. 2 tablespoons of vegan oyster sauce. This brings a deep, earthy, and savory notes. If you can't find it, a vegetable stir-fry sauce is a perfect stand-in. 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce for rich color and a deep soy flavor. If all you have is regular soy sauce, go ahead and use that. 2 tablespoons of sriracha for that heat and tang. Feel free to adjust it to your spice level, or replace it with a chili garlic sauce of your choice. 1 teaspoon of black vinegar. This adds a sharp, almost smoky acidity. If you don't have black vinegar, rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar will work in a pinch. A 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. This allows the sauce to thicken and adhere to the tofu and the veggie pieces. Give it all a good whisk until smooth. Now let's check on our tofu. That's it, GBD, golden brown and delicious. Now it's time to cook with fire. Let's heat up the wok over medium-low heat and add in a 1/4 cup of whole peanuts. We're going to slow roast these until they're slightly golden and perfectly crunchy. We'll keep the spatula moving so they don't burn. Once they're ready, we'll scoop them out, set them aside, and let them cool. Trust me, the crunch later is going to be worth it. Now, with the wok still hot, we'll add in 2 tablespoons of oil and heat that up. Then, toss in 2 to 3 dried red chilies. We'll stir them for about 20 to 30 seconds, just until we smell that smoky, spicy aroma filling the kitchen. Next, in go the whites of our green onions, along with the larger onion pieces. We'll give them a quick stir for about 30 to 45 seconds and allow them to soften. Next, in go the bell peppers. This is where we crank up the heat to a medium-high and keep things moving. As we're stirring, the vegetables are releasing moisture, and the goal is to evaporate that moisture as quickly as possible so the veggies don't cook in their own juices, which will make them soggy and not crispy, which is what we're going for. This is what we're looking for. Beautifully browned around the edges, and the veggies still hold their shape. Now we can lower the heat to a simmer, while we add our crispy air-fried tofu. This is where it starts getting exciting. We'll give the stir-fry sauce a quick whisk, then pour it right into the wok with a flourish. The flourish is key to spread the sauce evenly. And now we stir a little bit to allow the tofu to soak in that flavor, and turn up the heat to allow the sauce to thicken. The sauce will thicken relatively quickly, about 30 to 45 seconds, so keep stirring to avoid the vegetables from getting mushy. Once the sauce reaches that perfect glossy consistency, we'll drop the heat to a gentle simmer. And finally, sprinkle on those crunchy toasted peanuts we set aside earlier. And finish with a handful of scallion greens for freshness. If you're taking this to a party, add the peanuts and the scallions just before serving to keep that crunch. Go ahead, ring the bell, because spicy peanut tofu is ready. Thank you so much for cooking along with us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're hungry for more tofu inspiration, head on over to berryberrylife.com. We have tons of easy and delicious recipes waiting for you there. Just look at that tofu, perfectly coated in this delicious spicy and savory sauce. And the veggies, still rocking that crisp, fresh bite. There you have it, spicy peanut tofu, A delicious taste of Asia in the comfort of your own kitchen. Thank you for watching. Enjoy!